Try to make me go to rehab, but I won't go. Yo, she's straight.
Those legs. No, let me stop.
I didn't even hear the question. That was funny.
I mean, I guess the biggest thing is all the love. You know, like coming to a country that you never been to before, and then finding out that like everybody loves you. You know, it's kind of like wow, like for real, like I would have never known. So you know, I mean, that's definitely been cool. And I mean, along with that, just the hospitality from everybody. You know, from PRC and you know everybody that's a part of that crew. Everything has just been A1 since day one.
That I heard? Really haven't heard anything. I mean, this is my first time here. I mean, I'm experiencing it for the first time. So, you know, until somebody comes to me and says something, I mean, I'm enjoying myself. So,
When most people think about Africa, honestly, like in America, you know, and it's like they think animals and a whole bunch of just land and you know space. You know, it's like I was talking to someone. I was like, look, I mean, the Lion King was one movie. Like it's like a whole lot more, you know, going on in the world. So you know, like it's well, I mean, like our first time coming over here, back in '98, we performed for Nelson Mandela for his birthday, and you know, with us coming from Baltimore, it's like, all right, we don't know what we're gonna see for real. Like, is it, you know, and then you know, see it pretty much just be like home. You know, it's just like it's cool, but you still gotta convince people at home like, yo, it's just not like no zebras and stuff walking down the street.
Right. We totally didn't see Simba when we went there.
Why disappointed?
Almost.
Why disappointed? You were like, where's Simba?
Nah, we gonna see them lions when we leave this.
wait for that. I'm ready.
We going to the safari this time, Daggett. We gonna see them. We gonna see those animals this time.
Man, first of all, I mean, who really gets a chance to do that? That was amazing. You know what I mean? And then the fact that they called us out there, and then just like, you know, the reception here has been great. It was the same way there, same, you know, big intensity, and we looking at each other like, really, really, this is really happening.
And it's even further because we continued our relationship with the Mandela family. We're close personal friends with the family. Nelson Mandela's nephew is an artist himself named Speedy, and he's him and I and the rest of the group have just kind of kept in contact over the years, and I think he might be here tomorrow. So his name is Speedy. You could look up his music on like YouTube or what have you. But like I said, when I went to several years later, we went back to Joburg, and I took my father with me, and my grandfather had passed, God rest his soul, and the Mandela family allowed my dad to bury my grandfather's ashes in their sacred burial ground. So with the Mandela family, we kind of like, you know, officially, you know, family. So, you know, our roots in Africa, literally the start of our career, you know, we came to Africa. Some African countries we've been to where we the first American act to even perform there, like Angola. They told me I was the first American act to even come and perform there. And then like a couple months later, like Oprah and Beyonce had went there. So, you know, just, you know, kind of being like trailblazers and, you know, kind of reverse African natives instead of, you know, Africa going to America, you know, Americans coming to Africa and just kind of bridging, being a part of that bridged gap of knowledge and understanding of one culture to another. It's just awesome to be a part of something like that. Man, we came out of high school.
Yeah, nah, I mean, straight. Like we started in school, like going to the Apollo and stuff like that and winning, and then it was like right after we got out of school, we finally got the deal that brought everybody Tell Me and everything else that we did. So to still be here and to still get the love and go a lot of places, and it's still like day one. Like you still have people that are seeing us for the first time, in the States too. So it's, and especially with the younger generation who is in love with the 90s, fall in love with our music, either already knowing it or just discovering it. It's just it's a great time for great music.
I think, I didn't have too much foresight as to a lot of things that I thought we were going to do. I think we were just excited, our talent was well honed, and we had the hunger to really go out there and just make ourselves, make ourselves a household name. You know what I mean? And everything else kind of happened so fast, we never really got a break. So there was no time to really sit back and try and kind of like look at the accolades and all that, that we had gotten over the years until afterward when we got a little older, you know what I'm saying? But everything happened real fast, you know what I mean? And we were blessed to have the success that we had, really.
Too many members and too less harmony. You can't have 6 people in a group with 2-part harmony. And that's my answer.
I mean, another part of it too is that just with where the industry is, like people aren't willing to put up the money and the time that you have to put into having a group. It's not just like, you got a solo artist. It's like, all right, we can send you out with a DJ and your road manager or whatever, and that's is what it is. It's like we as groups, like you learn each other and you develop that, but then you have to have somebody else to come in and teach you what you do on the other side of it. Like it's cool just singing and everything else. It's like when we first started, like we could out sing anybody. You could hear us from a mile away, but that ain't work when we went in the studio. So just like the actual training that comes from taking something raw and putting it into business packaging and form and able to be sold, it's just not there no more. I mean, it's a bunch of groups out here that signed the labels and whatever else, but until somebody is able to figure out that formula or pay us to tell them how to do it, it's just going kind of, it's no room for it. It's like you're not really flying 5, 6, 7 people around with no plethora of records to just go sell themselves to people to get known. It's just, it's not there. The money isn't there to do it. So, as, this independent thing is going on and you have people that want to do real music, you got a chance for it to come back around. But it's like, I don't know if it's ever going to be the way it was for us. Because most of the people that came up and taught us or whatever, it's like they got out the game. It's like they saw where music was going, and it was just kind of like, all right, cool, like I'm going to go into TV, I'm going to go into brand marketing or whatever else. So, it's like we're like last of the Mohicans. I mean, like, if you take it from the standpoint of looking for music like what we did and are still doing, then, I mean, like, it's just not going to happen. Like I said, the components aren't there. Not that it's not stuff that's creative or stuff that, like, when I started doing A&R, like, becoming a record executive, I had to learn the difference between a great record and a hit record. And it's a big difference. You know, like a hit record might not be around as long, or vice versa, depending on, you know, who's doing it. So it's a lot of stuff out here right now that is marketable, that will sell and make everybody money, but it's not going to be on the radio in 6 months or a year, you know, or whatever else. So if you look at it from that standpoint, and then look at it as every generation has their music that people look at and say, oh God, that's trash, you know, that's not good as this, that's not good as that, or whatever. You know, you just gotta let them kids make their money. They don't really have, like I said, the guidance isn't there. It's like everything is just like, I'm gonna make a record and I'm gonna get it out there and I'm gonna make some money and I'm gonna be able to get in the club for free and some girls gonna know me and I'm gonna have some YouTube views and you famous. It's like, it's almost not cool. It's like not, it doesn't mean anything to say that you are artist or famous anymore, because everybody's an artist. Everybody got a record, everybody got an independent label, everybody got somebody that's ready to blow. So it's like, how do you separate it now, you know, as opposed to, you know, when we started? It's like, it's just all it's like, all right, cool, I turned the radio on, it's like, oh, I like that song, but I don't know who it is, and I probably never know who it is for real. So I mean, one day it'll come back around, because everything does, but the foundation of it won't be the same. Look, I refuse to whip on their name.
Have you found a trap queen?
Huh?
Have you found a trap queen?
I used to have a trap queen too. Used to. I don't want that now, boy. That's trouble. Like, too old for that. You know. You don't need nobody whipping nothing in no pot in the kitchen.
I think majority of that stable's already been created. I think we'll always be known for soulful music that represents a time and place in love. You know what I mean? We hit on a lot of different situations as far as life's concerned, different aspects of love, and it's just like any other brand. When people come, you know, you go to a certain store, you're looking for something, you're looking for what you want. You know what I'm saying? So when people look for Dru Hill, it's a certain thing that they're looking for, a certain thing that they'll remember, and I think that will always be. And everything else that we create after that will just be a continuation of that.
We're like the people champs. You know, like, because we came in from the beginning, and it's like we're kind of like different, dressed different. You know, Cisco had the blonde hair. You know, it's like, you know, we had the edge, but it was still like straight R&B, and you know, I don't know if that's gonna happen again. You know, not like that. Like, it'll be, like, I believe it'll be something else for another generation. But, you know, unless everything turns around, like I said, I mean, that thing that you look for from us is going to be our thing, because when it comes down to it, everybody usually has somebody that's like their killer. Like, you know, an act comes out and then it's another act that comes and just slays them. And I mean, for the last 20 years, not that people haven't made hit records or whatever else, but nobody's been able to do what we did. So, you know, it's just like a unique situation to be in. Being the one, when it came to the group, like, I was the only one that, I didn't come, like, I wasn't singing since I was a kid. I wasn't like, I mean, I played the trumpet and the violin for a little while. And it was just that it was something I wanted to do. So it was like, okay, like, I'm going to figure this out. Like, I'm going to figure out how to write songs. I'm going to figure out how to produce records. I'm going to figure out how to do whatever else, because I feel that's inside of me, you know. So, like, talent, you know, is usually the thing that's at the lower end of everything, because most people just decide they want to do something and they just hold on to that and they don't stop, and they're usually not the ones out in front, you know, or whatever else. It's just like, I work at it every day. You take it for granted that you could do it. Yo, we're Dru Hill. You're watching Capital TV. Keep it locked.
Yeah.